Click, click. Hello everyone, this is Take from bigheadtaco.com and I am coming to you here from my living room studio. Thank you, camera girl, for pressing the start button as well as helping me set up here. Took about half an hour. I think I need a permanent studio. This video, as you can tell by the thumbnail, is, what did I decide to call it? Where I'm at or Where Are You BHT? I haven't figured out which one. I was running all over the place. The videos weren't coming out sequentially because I'm not technically a vlogger. I create videos, and some videos take longer to create, some take less time, and so the videos don't come out sequentially. So what I thought I would do is to sort of talk about where I just was at recently, and then kind of go backwards and then go forward. Hopefully that kind of makes sense, but I'll start it. And one of the questions is probably, why am I holding a... people might think this is a DSLR, but it's not. It's an actual film SLR, but no film in it yet. But we'll talk about this a little bit later too. So let's talk about where I just came from. So I just came back from my vacation in Osaka. So on Instagram, a hashtag is BHT Osaka 2017. Now, it doesn't mean that every picture was taken in Osaka, but that was my annual vacation with camera girl, my wife, and we decided to go back to Japan once again. And so we were there for 3 weeks. I shot absolutely no videos there. I did shoot video, but it wasn't for me. It was for my cousin Nagisa, which those of you that follow my blog when I was in Hong Kong back in April, you would have seen her there. How's it going, Nagisa?
Very good.
Are you excited to be in a video?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
She was doing a project in Himeji in the Hyogo province, just over from Osaka, and she asked me to be her videographer and stills photographer. So for one day, I did ask camera girl, and she said it was fine. And so I did shoot video, but it's not for me. It's for some German TV show. And so that was kind of cool and kind of fun doing that. And I was able to review the 3 Fujicrons, the XF23, the XF35, and the XF50. I did write an article for FujiLove, so I'll put the link down below for that. But I will shoot probably a video to talk about a little bit more in depth about what I felt about shooting with those 3 lenses. But really the surprise lens for me of those 3 was the XF35. And you can read about that in the article, but as well probably an upcoming video if I have time. Previous to that, I was in San Clemente, so that was a BHT San Clemente 2017 project, and I was in San Diego just like a month before that. And so for those 2 trips, I have videos still coming out. San Clemente is the last couple of videos that you saw with my interview with Philip, as well as a couple of my I did the Instagram stories and I kind of stitched together. But I still have an interview with Trev Lee, which is a fantastic photographer. And I have an interview as well as a camera gear nerd talk video. I don't know if I'm gonna make it into one video or 2 separate ones, but that's coming up. I mean, look how pretty this camera is. Look at that, it has the leatherette around there, and look at the top panel. Look how beautiful this is. And I have a interview with Grant Britton, he's a famous skateboard photographer. And maybe I'll put a couple of inserts in here with both of them.
I had no money in those days, so I didn't really have money for film. Yeah. But I started shooting black and white because it was cheaper than color. And I'd get it developed, but I had no way to print it, or I'd hold it up against the sun and look at them. I didn't have a loop or anything. And then once I got into the darkroom,
you can get a camera that fits you, and it's unique. And like when I take a portrait of someone with a Pentax 6.7 or most film cameras, it's a lot of times the people's reaction is the fact that I'm holding a thing the size of my face. Like I get like this look like, what are you doing? It's special, it's different. So like you can pick a camera that gets different reactions, and they're just beautiful. They're just beautifully made.
But that's coming up, as well as a lab tour. And I did vlog the trip, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll come up with a vlog. I got a lot of prints done as well when I was down there. I brought a whole bunch of old rolls that I forgot I had. They developed them. I posted some on Instagram, and maybe I'll do some inserts here, but I had some Tri-X I had some Pro 400H, I had JCH 400, the Japan Camera Hunter film, and beautiful film, very contrasty. I actually found that I liked it better if it backed off the contrast a bit, but fantastic film. Thank you, Bellamy, for giving me a role. And I also borrowed the Nikon 28 Ti, which Philip so generously loaned me, and I took that back with me, and I took it with me to Osaka as well. So those pictures have not yet been developed, and I'll develop those soon. And then going back even further to my San Diego project, a month before that, I vlogged the entire footage. Again, I shoot a lot of video, but I don't produce a lot of it. And that's something I'm going to address a little bit later in the video, but I still have my interview, my one-on-one interview with Mike Padua, or as we would tease him, call him the Mike Padua.
It's kind of when I started the whole Shoot Film Co. with the patches and stickers and pins, film was, I guess, not dead, but film was in a decline. And I love it. I've been shooting film for so long that I just wanted to spread that message out there.
Those are the videos that are kind of behind me. I even have more videos from my BHT Hong Kong 2017, BHT Bangkok 2017. I think it's sort of getting so far back. I might use the footage sometime in the future, but so I just don't know what I'm gonna do with it. And that leads to what happened this summer. I went to a YouTube creators workshop, and it was really nice to be able to actually meet people from YouTube. They flew up from San Francisco. What I learned from that, my takeaway from that YouTube workshop, really, I need to make my channel more sustainable. And I think that's the problem. I would shoot these epic videos, and then it would take me months to come out with it because it was so much work. It was hard to get started, and then I was piling up more videos in front of it, and I felt guilty to produce the newer videos and forgetting about the older ones. And what I learned at the workshop was they call it the hero movie, and they use that Casey Neistat snowboarding in New York as an example. And they basically said, look, videos like this, Casey does, you know, once, twice, maybe 3 times a year. High production value. He has a crew. He has a team. It takes him weeks to actually produce the content. And this is the time where Casey was still vlogging every day. So they said basically, those are the hero videos that you do once or twice a year. And what I was trying to do was, I was trying to do like a hero video once every 2 weeks. I'm probably sitting on maybe 12 to 14 videos at least, I'm sitting on. And I'm gonna try to catch up on those. And everything else from the future and moving forward, I need to make sure that when I get footage, not to create hero videos, but just try to keep them simple and easy for me to be able to handle. And so one of the big news I have is just before I left for Osaka, I was on the plane and I got the email and I was checking my phone. I got the email from StoryHive to tell me that I won the grant. And so you could see this is take 402. Hello everyone, my name is Takekayo, aka bigheadtaco. So I won the grant, so thank you for all of those of you who voted and who really encouraged me. So thank you so much. So I got the grant, and so myself, Camera Girl, and Ryan Savella from Arcade Original. He's the one that, the videographer and editor that came with me last year to Hong Kong, my BHT HK 2016 project to interview Michael Kenna. Well, he's gonna come with me. He's gonna be my main videographer for the StoryHive documentary. We know what city that bigheadtaco is gonna go to go and find camera gear. You can guess, right? Going to Hong Kong. And so I am going to Hong Kong in November 20 something till early December to shoot part of episode 1 of the documentary series. Because it's all about camera gear, and I want to talk about, and that's kind of why I'm holding my old Minolta 9XI with a 35-1.4 lens. This was my workhorse that I shot with when I was shooting professionally, weddings, commercial work, sports, and I kind of dug this back up, and I'm gonna resurrect this old system, and I'm gonna take it with me probably to Hong Kong. And just for those of you, because I always get asked like what strap are you using, this is 4V Design leather strap. Thank you, it's the beautiful Italian leather. This brand works with beers and cameras. So I'm testing all of these right now. So thank you for sending these out to me. So I'm gonna be going to Hong Kong in the next couple of weeks, and we're shooting episode 1 for this StoryHive documentary series. But as well, since I'm there, I'm probably gonna be vlogging it, and I'm gonna be reunited with Barton 1972 and Mint Cameras and Mr. David Chan and Jeff O. Wong and Vishal from Camera Film Photo and all my friends there. I'm gonna be seeing them there and create more content. And finally, those of you who know me mostly for camera reviews, there are those that only follow me for camera reviews and typically don't, some of you guys don't really like it when I do non-camera review videos, but that's, you know, as you can see, I'm evolving my channel to do less reviews and more, you know, interactive things, shootouts, interviews with other photographers, because that's really where my interest lies. Although I do love gear, I don't want my channel to be 80% gear, but right now I am working on still the GFX50S Fujifilm. I want to test the GF45 lens, which is on its way. I'm going to be getting my long-term X-E3, which I'm going to test against the X100F. If those of you that want to know my opinion on this camera, I did do a full article on FujiLove last month on the X100F, but I will do a video, sort of a long-term review on this, as well as a comparable, because a lot of people do want to know what do I think about this X100F versus the X-E3. So that's going to be coming up. Still reviewing for Leica, still reviewing for Canon, still reviewing for Ricoh Pentax, although there's not much coming out from Ricoh Pentax that interests me. The biggest one everyone's asking is, when is the Ricoh GR3 coming out? I have no idea. I'm a little worried because they've been so silent for so long that maybe there is no Ricoh GR3. Maybe they're scrapping the whole GR project, which would be very sad, because here is my original Ricoh GR1 that I bought back in 1998. For those of you who know my brand, you know that I bought this for my honeymoon, and since then I started using this for my actual wedding work and commercial work, and this is a fantastic camera. When I was in Japan, I went to Uniqlo, and guess what I found? I found a Ricoh GR1 t-shirt, which should have been discontinued by the time I got it, but I found it in a dump bin. And this is the actual, you know, I actually have the original GR1 that I bought back in 1998. So I'm excited. I have the digital version of this t-shirt, the Uniqlo GR Digital. Now I have the GR1 film t-shirt. Life, my wardrobe is complete. And so that's all I want to talk about, guys. Sorry if this was too long for those of you who are looking for something more meaty in terms of gear kind of talk. I mean, I do have the GR1 here, which is actually dead. The shutter died. I have the X100F. I have my Minolta XD, which is the Japan-only model with the 58mm f1.4. Very soft, wide open, stop down. It's fantastic. I like the bokeh on it. It's a little bit jittery. And as well, I have my Minolta 9XI. It still does have the record for the fastest top shutter speed, which is 1/12,000th of a second, which the Maxim 9 that came out after this, like the 9 series designates Pro. It's the same shutter in the Maxim 9 that's in this. So it has 1/300th of a second, flash sync, 1/12,000th of a second top shutter speed. So this is and this came out in 1992. So I love this camera, and I just took it out of the closet. It is heavy. And the 35-1.4 is also heavy. Beautiful lens, came out in 1985 or 86. It has circular aperture, which AF lenses at that time did not have circular aperture. So this has beautiful bokeh on this setup. So I'm going to be starting to shoot with this more, especially because I have that StoryHive film documentary. So you'll be seeing me with this more and with more film cameras, but you'll still see me reviewing digital cameras as well. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon. And thank you, Camera Girl, again for being Camera Girl. And we'll talk to you soon. Happy shooting.